Panamera is the perfect kind of Porsche if you have a family. You know, you've got 4 seats, enough space for the luggage to go in, and yet it's sporty enough. Even in the second generation car, it looks really good too. But with the GTS, Porsche has added a little more to the Panamera. There's more power, there's less weight, and the suspension's focused to really enhance the driving appeal. So what am I doing today? I'm in Bahrain at the international circuit, the Formula 1 track. I'm driving the Panamera GTS. Let's see how it is. Driving on an F1 circuit at night, well, that's something special, and I think it suits the Panamera GTS absolutely perfectly. It's a special car after all. You know, I think Porsche has done a great job with the styling of the Panamera. The first gen, despite the fact that I'm a Porsche fanboy, I didn't like the first gen. The new car though is a fantastically big improvement, and I think in the Sport Turismo, that's the version I'm driving, the whole wagon look really works for the car. Of course, it's a GTS, so what they've also done is focus on the driving appeal. Now, all Porsches are driver's cars. I mean, that's the USP of the brand. But this is even more focused. You get a 4-litre V8 engine with twin turbos inside the wheel, 460 horsepower, 620 Nm of torque. And despite its weight, which is close to 2 tons, it does 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. The 8-speed double-clutch PDK gearbox works really well, and I love the sound it makes in sport mode. I mean, you can actually feel the engine revving, growling, the pop-backs when you lift off. It's a great experience. Of course, being a GTS, it also gets special visual touches. The front and the rear bumpers are different. There's lots of black detailing, black wheels. The Panamera badging is in black. And black and red theme is also carried over to the interior. So as you can see, I've got red seat belts, Alcantara steering, Alcantara roof lining, and this gorgeous black dashboard with black aluminum inserts. And the outstanding feeling when you're driving the Panamera, especially in GTS version, you know, it's the quality, just the fittings, how well the car's been put together, how, you know, it's feels like it's carved out of one piece of steel, that kind of feeling. We drove it on the roads of Bahrain earlier. Roads here are staggeringly good. So I really can't tell you how the ride quality is going to be with the standard fit air suspension and 20-inch wheels. I suspect it's going to be a little stiff because it's a GTS after all. It's supposed to be good to be used on track. It's supposed to be sporty. So that's something we'll have to test when it comes to India. But on the track, when pushing, the car is staggeringly good to drive. The steering has a lot of feel. And I think if you've sort of got a family, if you need to transport 3 or 4 people, if you need luggage space, and yet you need a car that can be driven on track. In fact, the engine oil system, the sump and the system in this car is specially designed to make sure that you can use it at the track without any oil starvation problems. So it's a car designed for that. So on the weekdays, you can take your kids out, you can take your wife out, you can go on a long road trip, and on the weekends, you can even take the car on track without having to worry about it. It also comes with optional ceramic brakes, which work really well. Big tires, 275 is at the front, 315s at the rear, so traction is never a problem, even when on the fast curves of the Bahrain circuit. By the way, great circuit. What elevation changes. It's a phenomenal experience to drive here. Even on those fast curves, when you're trying to apply power, the four-wheel drive system, the standard fit four-wheel drive system, automatically finds traction. You have, despite the 460 horsepower, 620 Nm, you have no lack of traction, and it just sort of powers out of corners like it's a piece of cake for the car. If there's a problem with the car, with the second-gen Panamera, the styling is no longer a problem. But if there's a problem, and there will be when it's launched in India, it'll be that you'll be doling out more than I suspect around 2 crores plus. And that, perhaps, is the only thing that you can fault against the Panamera. In everything else, in the Sport Turismo version especially, in the quality, in the driving feel, the driving experience, Panamera is a phenomenal car.